Welcome to The Creative Push, an intimate and diverse podcast for creators. Here, artists and makers of all kinds share tips, knowledge, advice, and inspiration that you can learn from. I'm your host, Sheri Oneal, a photographer, artist, and educator. This podcast is part of my Learn and Create platform, helping artists further their education through creativity, art, and business. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, I want to share a new Creative Push series called Did You Know? With the time involved to interview artists and the desire to offer more educational value, I felt I needed to share more short, informative segments that could help others start living their dreams, doing what they love. My goal with the Creative Push has always been to educate by tackling easy-to-understand tips to help solopreneurs, freelancers, and entrepreneurs find success in growing their businesses. Did you know it's just going to be another part of an ever-changing creative platform tackling business questions that can help you grow your passion successfully? I'm still going to do artist interviews, but I also want to make sure that I'm providing you with some good solid tips and tricks. So welcome to this very first episode of Did You Know on the Creative Push. Today, we're going to tackle how to charge what you're worth as a creative. Did you know that one of the most common mistakes creative solopreneurs, freelancers, and entrepreneurs make in business is not charging enough for their work, especially those that are just starting out? It's true, and unfortunately, it can make or break a business over time. As someone who's been in the creative industry for more than 30 years, I learned early on that I had to stick to my guns when it came to asking for money for my services or for my work. I want to share with you how to charge what you're worth as a creative. First off, don't undersell yourself. It is essential to sell your work or offer your services for a price that fairly covers your time and cost in order to succeed in any creative industry. Underselling yourself is a very common mistake and one that needs to be addressed in order to make the money that you deserve. Sometimes as creatives, we want so badly to do what we love that we become scared to ask for what we feel we deserve to be paid. The need to land a job or sell a piece of art, a song, or some other product or service requires us to find our target market. If you don't have a clear understanding of who your target market is, you may set your rates too low, thinking that you are being competitive when in fact you're leaving money on the table. Underselling yourself can have negative consequences beyond just financial ones. When you charge too little for your work, you may attract the clients who don't value your services. These clients can sometimes be more demanding and difficult to work with, and that can lead to a less fulfilling work experience. To avoid underselling yourself, it's important that you have a clear understanding of your skills, experience, and the value that you bring to your clients. You need to research and determine who your target audience is and why. You need to be extremely detail-oriented when you do this process. By doing so, you'll understand how to grow your audience, attract the clients who will appreciate your services, and build a long-term sustainable business. Know the details of your target audience. Things such as age, gender, location, salary, cost of living, and products or service interest are all potential things to consider. Ask yourself, who would be the perfect customer and why? Where would you find these potential customers? Put yourself into the shoes of a potential customer and think from their perspective. Doing this will make it easier to determine their needs once you have outlined in detail who that customer is and why. You'll be more likely to succeed in providing the right details to grow that specific audience. Understand the market value of your work or service. Determining how much to charge for your work isn't just about your target market. You also need to research and analyze the market value where you're selling. This ensures that your pricing and selling strategies are competitive and accurate. If you don't, you might lose potential clients and not get paid the money that you deserve for your work. Understanding the market value of your work can help you make informed decisions and succeed in your industry. So how do you determine the market value, and how do you address your value as an artist? It starts by understanding the market that you want to be included in and how it can vary based on what you do, where you live, and what others in that market are charging. This knowledge is crucial if you want to get competitive prices and attract the clients that are willing to pay for your expertise. Market value is the price that a buyer is willing to pay for a product or service in any given market. It is influenced by a variety of factors such as supply and demand, competition, cost of living in that market, and the quality of the product or service. It is essential to research your market and understand the niche in which you operate to determine the right price for your work or service. Using online tools, you may be able to calculate the average market values for your type of work or service. Research analysis and a balance between setting a fair price and attracting the right clients, when done appropriately, will help you ensure that you're able to grow your business. Being successful in business requires you to know and understand what it costs you to survive. In business, it's referred to as the cost of doing business. As a business owner, you should be aware of what it costs for you to run your business. What are all of your potential monthly estimated expenses? These include not just material things, such as raw materials, but also software, insurance, electricity, marketing, advertising, or other things needed to operate and maintain your business from a month-to-month basis. You also need to determine your personal expenses and know what it costs you to live life outside of your business. When you combine your business and personal cost, you will have a good estimate of what you have to make each month to break even. This is also helpful to create a budget in order to maintain healthy spending within your means, something that we all could use from time to time. The cost of living is also an important part of understanding who your market to sell in might be and what they are willing to spend on your product or service. Understanding these details for yourself and for your potential client will help you in determining a fair price for selling based on the market value. Know what your competitors are charging. Once you've determined who your target audience is and the market value of your work, you need to address who your competitors are. Determining those competitors allows you to know what they are charging for similar services or products. This is a crucial step in how to set up your own pricing. It allows you to compete on the same level with the same expertise for your own unique style. You never want to be the cheap go-to if you truly want to feel that you're being paid for the value that you deserve. One of the easiest ways to find out what your competitors are charging is to do online research, visiting their websites and checking their pricing pages. Some businesses may not have prices listed, but you can still get an idea of their rates by looking at their portfolio and their service pages. Another way to learn what your competitors are charging is to just ask them directly. Talk to other freelancers or entrepreneurs in your area and ask them about their rates. While some may not be as open to sharing the information, the ones that do understand the value of sharing this knowledge. It also helps us to set our prices fairly. Another way to learn what others are charging is to join online forums, groups, and associations. These are available for most any kind of creative community and can offer important information to help you succeed in your business. Asking for advice and for pricing details within these communities can offer insight with all aspects of your business. Some freelance platforms such as Upwork or Fiverr can give you an idea of what is available on the internet, but remember, price should always be based on where you're doing your work and what it costs you to live. Someone in another country may charge more or less based on their own cost of living. Because of this, many times the rates on those type of platforms may be lower than the actual market value of where you live, so keep that in mind. Hey guys, thanks for listening. I hope you're enjoying the Creative Push. This show is a labor of love, and it sure would help if you'd click the subscribe button, share with your friends, and give me a thumbs up rating. If you want to support the podcast, you can offer a small monthly donation to help sustain the work and time it takes to produce future episodes, and you can cancel at any time. Click the link in the show notes for more information. Any support is greatly appreciated, and I'm glad to have you here. Now let's get back to the show. Analyze your time. Another important factor in pricing your work is analyzing the time involved to complete a project. Many creative solopreneurs, freelancers, and entrepreneurs make the mistake of underestimating the amount of time a project will take, leading to missed deadlines and dissatisfied clients. One way to avoid this mistake is by breaking down a project into smaller tasks and estimating the time required for each task. Sometimes using project management, time blocking tools, or creating a spreadsheet can help. It's also important to consider any potential roadblocks or obstacles that may arise during a project. This could include clients changing their mind, technical issues, finding unique materials, or other unanticipated hurdles. By thinking about what challenges you might be facing and factoring in extra time for them, you as an artist can avoid delays and ensure that the product is completed on time. Having good communication with the client throughout a project will ensure that they are aware of the time required to complete the work. This can also help manage their expectations and prevent any misunderstanding or conflicts. Keep in mind, you should also account for the time required for administrative tasks, such as invoicing, bookkeeping, shopping for materials, and meetings. These tasks may not be directly related to the creative work, but they are essential for running a successful business. Adding a little bit of cushion for these things within your pricing will help you maintain a successful business long term. Consider value and expertise. When considering your pricing, it's also important to consider your value and expertise. If you have years of experience and a proven track record for delivering high-quality work, you can charge more than someone just starting out. If you offer additional value, such as quick turnaround times or excellent customer service, you can charge more than your competitors. Knowing who your competitors are and how much they are charging is very important to determining how you will set your own rates. You want to charge a fair price for your product or service, not only for the client, but also for yourself as a creative. Have self-confidence. One of the most significant challenges that we face as creatives is often a lack of self-confidence. Many times we struggle to put a price tag on our work, which leads to undervaluing our services. This mistake can lead to financial instability and a lack of growth. It is crucial to understand the importance of self-confidence and how it can positively or negatively impact your business. I addressed self-confidence on a deeper level in an earlier Creative Push episode called Why is Self-Confidence Important for Success? If you want to learn more about that, be sure to check out that episode. When you have self-doubt or lack confidence in your abilities, it can lead to undercharging or even giving away your work for free. This can include undervaluing your work and ultimately not making enough money to sustain your business. Self-confidence is key when it comes to addressing your fees with your clients and your pricing. If you lack self-confidence, you may feel uncomfortable discussing money, which can lead to underselling your services. This can result in a lower perceived value of your work. When you are confident in your abilities and the value that you provide, you can charge what you are worth and attract the clients who are willing to pay. Self-confidence can be developed and improved over time. One way to boost your self-confidence is to focus on your strengths and your achievements. Reflect on past successes and positive feedback from other clients. This can help you build a more positive self-image and feel more confident in your own abilities. Another way to increase your self-confidence is by setting clear boundaries and expectations with your clients. Make sure that you communicate your rates and fees clearly and confidently, and don't be afraid to negotiate if necessary. Remember, you're providing a valuable service, and it's essential to be compensated fairly for your time and your expertise. You are unique. Remember that. Don't work with the wrong clients. One of the most common mistakes that creative solopreneurs, freelancers, and entrepreneurs make is working with the wrong clients. It's easy to fall into the trap of taking on any client that comes your way, especially when you're just starting out. However, working with the wrong client can have a negative impact on you and your business. If you're spending a lot of time working on projects for clients who don't value your work, you're not going to be able to charge what you're worth. As you know, constantly struggling to make ends meet can create additional stress and lack of desire or motivation to do what you love. Working with the wrong clients does the same exact thing. If you're constantly working on projects that don't excite you, it's going to be hard to stay passionate about your work. This can lead to burnout, which can be incredibly damaging and possibly make you give up on your passion. To avoid working with the wrong clients, it's important to have a clear understanding of what you value as a creative. This means knowing what your skills are worth and being confident in your ability to deliver high-quality work. Share openly with the client the details of your service or your product and be honest. Set clear expectations and boundaries for yourself and for your work. Be upfront about what you can and can't do with your client. Know what you expect from a client in terms of communication and feedback. Sometimes you have to have a contract in place, and if you do, make sure it outlines the scope of the project, the timeline, and the payment terms. Working with the right client is a key factor in building a successful and sustainable business that you're passionate about. The right clients will understand the value of what they're getting, and they'll respect you as a creative. Determine what to charge. Once you've analyzed your market, understand the value of your work, and have confidence in your pricing strategy, you can determine what you should charge. Be sure to consider the scope of the project when creating the price. Will it require additional research, revisions, or communication with the client? Be sure to factor in any additional task when determining your rates. What sets you apart from other professionals in your field? What unique skills or expertise do you bring to the table? Factor in your experience, your qualifications, and the level of effort required for each project. Don't forget, the cost of living in the area that you work and the demand are also pricing factors. Don't undervalue your work or be afraid to charge what you're worth. Your time and expertise are valuable, and you deserve to be compensated accordingly. Change your rates as you grow. You should continuously reassess and change your rates to reflect your professional growth as you become better at your craft. Adjusting your rates over time based on your professional experience and expertise is important in adding value to your business. As you increase your rates over time, it's important to do so in a transparent and professional manner. Emailing or having in-person conversations with existing clients outlining the reasons for the rate change and the value that you bring to their projects is a vital part of communication, especially if you're selling a service. Emphasize the benefits a client will receive when working with you, such as efficiency and work quality. Remember to explain the value of your unique style and expertise. Economy changes and cost increases in supplies may also be a factor in rising prices. Being honest and transparent with your clients will ensure that they understand all of these things over time. Charging what you're worth as a creative solopreneur, freelancer, or entrepreneur requires a deep understanding of all of these key elements. Don't undersell yourself. Understand the market value of your work or service. Know what your competitors are charging. Consider your value and expertise. Analyze the time involved. Have self-confidence. Don't work with the wrong clients. Determine what to charge and change your rates as you grow. Undervaluing your work can lead to a negative impact on your growth, on your cash flow, and profitability. On the other hand, overpricing your work can be detrimental to your business. It can make you less competitive and drive away potential clients. You need to find the right balance between setting a fair price and attracting the clients who value your work. Understanding the value of each of these elements will ensure that you are compensated fairly for your work and help you to grow. These are crucial steps for any creative to be successful in business. I hope you've enjoyed these tips that I've given you today on how to charge what you're worth as a creative. This is the first of many Did You Know episodes on the Creative Push. Thank you so much for listening. As always, my intention is to offer you inspiration that excites you to want to get out there and create something amazing. Be sure to check out some of the other episodes, and if you like what you've heard, please help spread the word. Give this a thumbs up, subscribe, follow, and share with others. There's more information in the show notes, including links to other great stories, tips, and resources. Drop me a message or comment at any time, and I hope you will sign up to be a part of this creative tribe.